rising, streetcar, 4 hours in the office or the factory. Meal, streetcar, 4 hours of work. Meal, sleep, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday according to the same rhythm. Reigns just as true in 2025 as it did in 1955. Thanks, Camus. Replace the word streetcar with some bland color sedan and have the job contain some ambiguous word like analyst, associate, or management, and you have 90% of people's lives 90% of the time. This is the circadian rhythm of the 21st century man. Well, geez, that's not skydiving, swimming with the sharks, visiting every country under the sun, attending Game 7 of the World Series, these bucket list moments, these monumental things we want to look back on our life and say, I did that, son. It's just a sliver of your existence. It's the tippy top of your iceberg. You've got all this other existence under it. I mean, that really makes up your life. Picturing a work week. 5/7 of the week is work. So if you just live for the weekend constantly your whole life, you can just kiss goodbye basically the bulk of your life. Chalk it up to, oh, when I retire, I'm gonna go start living my life. I'm gonna start doing my bucket list. Well, then you're old, you're in pain, like your life's already gone. Now this leads to this dissatisfaction, this tension with your life. When you look on social media and you're convinced your life needs to be constantly full of vacations and just smiles all the time and these big monumental moments, and you know your life, which is true for probably 90% of the world out there, is just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday work. It makes you feel like, God, my life doesn't have much going on with it. The root of a lot of dissatisfaction today is what you think your life should be and what it actually is. If we can close the gap, the quicker you can accept that your life isn't supposed to be bucket list, monumental, grand moments, that your day-to-day mundane is just the reality, the quicker you are to a happier and more realistically fulfilled life. Now, how can we do this? It's twofold. First, it's optimizing your situation. So we all have to work, we all have to have a job. So hopefully you can have a job that you actually enjoy. So if you can take part of that, I mean, that is a big chunk of the problem solved. Maybe being in a city you like, maybe not having to commute to work half an hour both ways and be stuck in traffic, having a spouse you love, having fulfilling hobbies on the side. Those things can really help the day-to-day grind of things. Secondly, it's your view on it, finding satisfaction in the day-to-day process of life, pushing the boulder up the hill like Sisyphus. And there's all these little things that happen kind of throughout the day when you're trudging along that, if you don't have a keen eye to it, can go unnoticed. A toasted bagel, and you pull it apart, and you watch the bread pull apart. It's the satisfaction of putting your feet up those first couple of seconds after a long day and just utter relaxation, knowing you accomplished it. It's the hot shower. It's hobbling out of the gym after leg day. It's bumping your favorite song with the windows down. It's those little moments that, God, they comprise your life. Life isn't supposed to be 100-pound bench press PRs every single workout. Life's a lot more like the 2.5s. And you add the 2.5s, okay, I beat it by a rep. Well, over time, you keep doing that, you're gonna stack 100 pounds on your bench press. It's those little moments that compound to live a fulfilling life. Joining the Air Force, there's this initial rush of excitement of, where am I gonna be stationed? And you make your dream list, your top 10 bases that you preferably would want to go to. And talking to your peers, a lot of people are like, oh my God, I would love to be stationed in England or Germany or Guam, and then on the weekends I can take the train and I can go travel to all these countries. And in the back of my mind, I was kind of like, well, geez, your weekends, I mean, you kind of have errands, store. I mean, sure, if you're in the neck of the woods, you're probably more likely, obviously, to go do things like that. But reality is you probably aren't going to be doing that very often. Most of your weekends are going to be store and food prep, and maybe you go to your kids' softball game and you have a good workout, and maybe you get a coffee somewhere. I mean, that's life. I mean, it's not always just, oh, I can go travel all the whole world on my weekends. So I kind of kept that in the back of my mind, and it's interesting to see it kind of pan out true. Like for me, a lot of my weekends on paper, it's kind of hard to tell somebody that I enjoyed my weekend when my weekend was full of just agony, growth in the gym, going on walks, making videos like this, discussing my ideas, watching golf, a lot of food prep and errands. I mean, that sounds pretty boring to people. So most of the time I just answer with good. But that's reality. That's your life. Yes, have the bucket list, have these big dreams, have these things you would like to accomplish. But guess what? You can die tomorrow. So enjoy the day-to-day process of the now.